Are you a CTO looking to offshore your software development but also ensure that your project has zero risk? Then this video is for you. I am Balavishnu, founder and CEO of Techno Software Solutions. Last week, I was in discussion with a potential customer from US. So they had previously outsourced their project to several vendors, but they have failed unfortunately in all their assignments. The main reason is because they didn't know how to evaluate the risks, what are the risks present in outsourcing, and how to mitigate the risks. In this video, I am going to tell you 4 key ways in which you can mitigate the risks in software development offshoring. While it is not possible to make risk to zero in any project, these 4 ways can definitely help you in making your project almost risk-free. Stay tuned till the end. Number 1. Reduce the risk. The following steps can help you reduce the risk in outsourcing. First, ask your vendor partner to maintain a code repository tool like GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket, etc. Make sure that everyone who works in a project checks in the code base every day at least. You have a weekly or bi-weekly system where someone from your internal tech team can review the code base on a regular basis and give comments or feedback for improvement in the code base. If you don't have such a resource in-house, it is advisable to hire a freelance technical architect who will periodically review the source code and give you honest feedback on the quality of this. Doing this periodically will help you maintain the code quality. Next important thing to consider is to check their attrition rate. If their attrition rate is very high, it means that the resources keep on changing. As the resource keep on changing, every time you will need to give KTs again and again, which will reduce the quality of the project and also increase the timeline of the project. But attrition can never be zero. Make sure that it is lowest to the possible extent. And whenever a new resource is replacing an existing resource, make sure to review them, check their previous deliverables, and also have a probation period for them where you can evaluate them on a certain parameters, and only after the probation period, if you like them on certain mandatory parameters, you can approve them to be included in your project. Number 2, avoid the risks. Make sure that you do not hire any offshore partners who do not have a proven track record. How do you check their track record? You can ask them for references of the existing customers and make sure to talk to those existing customers to know their quality of work. The second way you can do is to check their ISO certifications or any control or audit mechanisms which they have in place. You can ask for their data. What do they do for protecting their data? How do they take backups of the code? How do they manage their source code? You can ask some basic questions like this to evaluate their internal process. It will give you a good idea on the process. Number 3, transfer the risks. Make sure to have proper paperwork in place. It may be the NDAs, SOWs, SLA level agreements, etc. But make sure to get your paperwork done before you begin the engagement. You can start with a small engagement to test their capabilities. And the most important thing is to be very transparent about the intellectual property rights. The intellectual property always belongs to the client upon payment. Make sure you have an indemnity clause to back you up and cover in case of any issues or any damages. Number 4, accepting the risks. You should be mature enough to understand that no project or no vendor can give you zero risk. It is still important to know what are the residual risks you have after implementing everything in first 3 points. These risks can be eliminated over time. So first you will have to continuously monitor their progress and keep giving them feedbacks on key parameters and what you expect them to improve. And also if you are happy with their performance, make sure to get on a personal level relationship with them so that over the period of time, they can also go beyond their duties and make sure that you have zero risks. So every CTO wants to have minimal risk and maximum ROI. The key is to have a good planning. If we have a good proactive planning, it is easy to identify and eliminate risks in offshore development. Thank you. See you in my next video.